Hello and welcome. As promised, this week's episode is going to cover the construction of a nice new wiring loom for the ATC. So let's just crack on with it and get all this laid out in some sort of order. So the way I've set the loom out is roughly as if it were on the bike. So up here we have the switch for the headlight, stuff like that. We have the coiled spark plug, so this will be the engine area. This is where all the loom joins together in the middle of the bike. And over here we have the tail light. Now that the loom is laid out like this, and after consulting the wiring diagram, there's a few issues that I will delve into just now. So if we start where most of the mess is in the loom, this is our starting point here. So if you look at this diagram, the only wires that should be coming up are yellow, black and green. Now if we go back to the loom, you will see we were only supposed to have three wires, a yellow, a black and a green. So we have a yellow, a black and a green wire. But as you can see, this black wire comes down, has been put into this connector here, turns into a yellow and then returns to being a black. Same goes for the green wire. This goes from being a green to a blue and then heads back up the loom. And the blue is the colour for the headlight, so that shouldn't be. We have this green wire that comes down, it just loops back round and comes straight back up. So in total we have 4 wires and an unknown that just comes down and loops back up. So we have some major issues down here obviously. And then if we move to the coil, you'll see more of the same. This orange wire shouldn't exist as it's not in the wiring diagram. As you can see, this wire's obviously been cut and joined. We have a blue wire again, which shouldn't be here, as that's for the headlight. What else? I think that's about it for the coil, but again, all the colours are wrong and just unnecessarily confusing, and what we'll find under the tape is anyone's guess. The only wire that seems to be correct is the one for the tail light, and that's only because there is only one feed to the tail light. So as you can see, the loom is in a fairly poor state with all the wrong colours and connections being used and just wires going everywhere. So what I'll do is I'll follow this diagram, which I know is correct, and replace everything and get it all back to the right colours and every wire going where it should. So let's get on with that. So with the first leg of the loom laid out, we can start to get a clearer picture of things. So the black and yellow wire, these run up and terminate at the switch. These two correspond with the generator on the engine, as we can see here. There they are, yellow and black. And for the points we have a green wire, but we don't need that just now. So if we go back up here, we'll see we have the red and the yellow and the black, and then we have our green wire that we also ran down. It goes along to another bit of sheathing and up and joins into this connector here. Now this connector is a ground for the coil. So what we'll do now is run the other wires, get it all sorted out, and then start putting bullet terminals on. So with that last run of brown wire to the tail light, the old loom is now fully deciphered, and I can separate all my new wires from the old loom and turn it into its own brand new loom. So there we have it, one nice new wiring loom built with all the proper connectors, colours and all the wiring routed properly, unlike this old loom. So what I have to do now is fit a couple of new connectors to the generator on the engine, and then we can call the electrical side of things done. So there we are, one ATC wiring system all renewed. When it comes time to fit the engine, a new coil and condenser will be fitted too, so as to ensure we get the best spark possible when we go to fire it up for the first time. So I hope you've enjoyed this mini episode, and I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe, and I will see you all again soon.